Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, it's me again. Thank you very much for watching. It's another edition of our perfectly placed preview show, and this time it will be for the midweek meeting, being on Wednesday the 15th of January. We had a good, successful weekend. We managed to get out of it with that was Kelp Forest. We tipped it in a big way to the viewers out there. And I really hope that you followed, and that will set you up, obviously, for this meeting on Wednesday here at HQ. We got 9 races. The first race goes off at 12:15. The bar pot will start naturally in race 2 at 12:50. PA begins race 3 at 13:25. The pick 6 race 4 at 2 o'clock. Race number 5 is the first jackpot off at 14:35. And then the second jackpot, race 6 at 3:15. The last race is scheduled to run at 5 o'clock. So it looks to be a competitive card. By no stretch of the imagination is it an easy card, but we like these sort of programs because there's value to be had, and ultimately we're looking for that cash after what's proven to be an expensive December, I'm sure, for many families out there. All right, and then just before I dive into the card quickly, let's get through the nitty-gritty. We need to remind you about the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, which happens on the 25th of January here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. We got the breakfast morning of Gallops happening on Thursday morning. We're really looking forward to the draws happening as well, which will happen directly after live racing on Wednesday. This meeting that we're previewing, and straight after this race meeting is when we'll do those draws. So lots to look forward to. All right, so now that we've gone through that, and not forgetting to give us a like and a follow, just to keep us on our toes, keep you with all the information that you need. You'll find that on our social media programs. Of course, Instagram, Facebook being the most common, and then our Cape Racing YouTube channel, where you'll get the perfectly placed interviews as well. All right, race number 1 goes off at 12:15. It's the Hollywoodbets Kenilworth Welcomes You Open Maiden over 1,200 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Number 12, Master Bombers, your 5-2 favorite. Number 1, Cliff Swallow at 3-1. Number 3, Secret Passage at 11-2. 6-1, number 11. And then the 4, Leisure Asheville at 15-2. It's 10-1 and better. I'm going to go with Master Bomber when it comes to the first race. I know he was scheduled to run, I think, 2 weeks ago, and he was unfortunately scratched. But he's a nice individual, this. He comes back from a small rest of 81 days. The fact that he was able to get so close at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, I can only imagine now that he races up the straight at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth that he's going to improve quite a bit. He's a lovely looking individual. See, when he moves down to the start, he carries himself with a lot of presence, and this does look to be the right race for him. So I am in favor of number 12, Master Bomber, to get it right here. Chad Little gets the ride for Glenn Kotson. There's 1 or 2 dangers. The dangers being number 1, Cliff Swallow. What you see on paper is what you're going to get from him. He's an honest individual. He's there and thereabouts. If there's one horse here in the Western Cape that deserves to get a victory under his belt, it's number 1, Cliff Swallow. And then I want to make mention about number 3, Secret Passage as well. Richard Free gets the ride for Justin Snaith. The yard going along beautifully. He's a lot better than his last start. I know he was beaten 10 lengths by stable companion Honor of Kings, but he's a lot better than that. If he puts his best foot forward, I can see Secret Passage finishing in the top 3 over here. But I'm going to go, all said and done, we're going to go with the each way on Master Bomber. He's trading at about 5-2. You might get 3-1, 33-10 closer to race time. It all depends how beautifully he goes down to the start and where punters are in terms of what they want to do when it comes to the first race. But I'm going Master Bomber as an each way bet to open up proceedings. Let's go to race number 2. 12:50 is the off time. This is where the bar pot begins. It's the Cape Turf Club Syndicate's maiden plate. It's over 1,400 meters. The market when it comes to race number 2 has the favorites. As in just a moment, I'll give that to you. It's just taking a bit of time to pop up in front of me, but I'd imagine it's Victor Hugo, and that is the case. You're getting 13-10. 7, Balcanto Dream at 22-10. The 11, Honorines Gimme at 4-1, and it's 10-1 and better. Those, I'm big on this horse. I'm making one of the better bets on the card. I'm very much all in here with number 8, Victor Hugo. I called his last race. He moved up like he was going to go on and win a very good race. That was over 1,600 meters. I like the fact that he's been dropped back to 1,400 meters. Good to have Gavin Larina here in the Western Cape as always. And Lucinda Woodruff, well, she had my sensation win a super race on Saturday afternoon. So this horse, from a tricky draw, if he can come out running, be positively ridden, I really believe that he'll be very hard to beat. He opened up in the region of 15-10, 14-10. I see he's already trading at 13-10. So yes, 8 Victor Hugo for me going to be a very hard horse to beat. He ran 3rd to Bounce Back last time. 2nd in that race was a horse called Scottish Lynx, and I know Paddy Crayer thinks quite a bit of him. So Victor Hugo for me looks to be the right horse. I don't see too many dangers, to be quite honest with you. Yes, number 7, Belcanto Dream, got to have some sort of a chance stepping up in trip. He ran a much better race last time out when finishing 4th up the straight here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. And then at a bigger price, number 3, Smart Horse. We did a panel discussion with Brett Crawford, and this horse came up, number 3, Smart Horse. Yeah, he was very disappointing. I'm not sure what happened. I know he was drawn in the car park on that occasion, but now that he's got a good draw, I can see big improvement from number 3, Smart Horse, when it comes to race number 2. But I've gone all in. My chips are on the table. We're going Victor Hugo to win race number 2, the start of the bipots. Race number 3, the start of the place accumulator, which goes off at 13.25. It's the Champagne Syndicate, a maiden plate for fillies and mares, and they'll line up at the 1600 meter marker. The betting has number 13, English Mistress at 33-10, 7, Supreme Fate at 9-2, number 2, Blind Ambition at 13-2, with number 6, Bright Gold, Sweet Conifer, and Spin My Angel Spin. They're all trading at 13-2, and you're getting 10-1 and better the fill. I don't like the look of the race. You're going to have to go wide jab for the first leg of the PA. Let's start with number 2, Blind Ambition. Gareth Wright gets the ride for Shane Humby, a very good second behind Stable Companion last time out. We know that Shane Humby had a very good winner here on Saturday afternoon, so the yard ticking along beautifully. Get the run of the race. There's no excuses. If she's good enough, she should win a race like this, number 2, Blind Ambition. You can make a case for number 6, Bright Gold, after running a very good second over 1400 meters last time. Look to have the race sewn up. I thought it was a very good ride on the winner, Warbird, from Craig Zaki. I know that Bright Gold was in it for a long way, and this looks to be a similar race. So she must go into the play. 7, Supreme Fate is improving at a rate to notch. She ran 3rd, just under a half a length behind Tap Shoes in her last start. And we saw Tap Shoes come out to beat a very competitive field on Saturday. It was very good to have Oisin Murphy here with Bjorn Nielsen and, of course, his daughter to lead in Tap Shoes. But yes, this horse, Supreme Fate, is a must when it comes to the place accumulator. And guess what? The race doesn't stop there. There's a few others that have got chances. 13, English Mistress. She'll have to take her medicine, drop out, and she'll be doing her best work late. Aldo Derme gets the ride for Candice Bass Robinson, and she's been off the track for 71 days. She's been knocking on the door, and one of these days she'll get it right. She's been priced up as your favourites. Now that I've had a look at the field and I've had a look at the betting, let's see what we're going to do in terms of race number 3. Well, I'm going to tip a PA. I think let's go with a place accumulator. It's value for money. This is where punters can make some good cash to set them up for the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, which happens on the 25th of January. So first leg, we're going 2, 6, 7, and 13, by 1, 3, 8, 11, and 13, by 3, 4, 6, and 9, by 4, 6, 7, and 12, by Banker 6, by Banker 1, by Banker 3. Let's move along. Let's go to race number 4, which goes off at 2 o'clock. If you catch this pick 6, you probably won't need to work for the next 6 months. Short and sweet. It's going to pay a rocket, I have no doubt. Number 1, Grand Canary as your 7-2 favorite. Number 2, Red Dawns at 9-2. Number 8, Afriques at 9-2. 13, Gurkhas at 11-2. Number 3, 10 Penny at 6-1. And after that, you're getting Umfula, number 11 at 13-2. It's 8-1 and bets the field. Don't want to sound like a stuck record, but this is very competitive once again to open up the pick 6, the Cape Racing Sales maiden plate. They'll go to the 1600 meter marker. Number 1, Grand Canaria, could run over 1600 meters last time out. That was behind Native Ruler. A very good run behind the Stable Companion. Was only beaten a length and had to come from a very bad draw. So you can only think from draw 1. There should be no excuses for number 1, Grand Canaria. Corne Orfa gets the ride for Justin Snaith. 2, Red Dawn must have a good chance. Ran 3rd over 1600 meters last time out. Form hasn't been too bad. The run before that was only beaten 4 and a bit lengths by Zeitz, and then the run before that at Durbanville on the 14th of September ran behind Galmini Factor. So Red Dawn certainly a must when it comes to the first leg of the pick 6. 310 Penny. Now here's a horse I really like. JP van der Merwe gets the ride for Paddy Crayer. A great run behind Green Garnet last time out. That was quite a competitive race. 3rd in that race was a horse called Land of the Rising Sun, and I know Justin Snaith thinks quite a bit of Land of the Rising Sun. 10 Penny with a good draw again. I can easily see this individual winning at about 6-1 in the market. And then further down the page, number 8, Afrique, has changed stables, gone from Brett and James Crawford to Lucinda Woodruff. Gavin Lorena's been booked to ride. He's a beautiful specimen. Good looking colt is number 8, Afrique, and his form is not too bad. 11 Umfula, well, you can only imagine that they've been crying to get this horse over some sort of trip. 2 great runs up the straight over 1200 meters, now stepping moving up in trip. Yes, got an awkward draw, not going to make life easy, but this colt will be running on strongly at the wire. So please include number 11 Fulham, and then my last mention for number 13 Gurkha. Hard luck stories last time, they all came to the outside. He was taken up. Once he happened to see some daylight, he was running on beautifully. So 13 Gurkha must go into the play as well. Craig Zacky's been booked to ride for Dean Kahneman. So it just shows you, I've made a case for a number of horses. It's not an easy race. You will have to go wide in the first leg of the pick 6. But now that I've had a look at the price of 10 penny at 6 to 1, we're going to suggest an each way bet. Race 5, the start of Jackpot 1, you need to be on at 14.35. It's the Race Cape, powered by Hollywoodbets. It's a Class 5 over 1,400 meters. The market has number 9, Ozark, as your favorite, 22 to 10. Number 4, What a Fortune's at 3 to 1. 5 to 1, number 6, is Scrio. The 7, Lover's Lane, at 7 to 1. And the 1, Give That Man a Bells, is at 9 to 1. You're getting 10s and better. Let's talk about number 3, Noonday Gun, Paul Reeves and Craig Zachy. This one for the Social Squad Syndicate. I imagine this horse is going to go nicely. Ran against a lot stronger last time out. Ran 5 lengths behind Rule of Thumb. Now we know that Rule of Thumb is a very nice horse trained by Justin Snaith. From that form line, we saw Hoodia come out and run a good second on Saturday afternoon. Was pipped on the wire. And we've even seen a winner in the form of Kabona Lesedi, who beat Hoodia in the race. So yes, form lines have worked out, and that was a lot stronger than what Noonday Gun runs in on Wednesday afternoon. So I would include this one at a decent price. I see trading at about 10 to 1 now. 4, What a Fortune, won a good race last time out. It was a deserved victory for number 4, What a Fortune. He's got the confidence now. My only concern is the big weight of 62.5. He's not a big individual, but he's a 3-year-old, so there could be some more improvement to come from number 4, What a Fortune. 6 is Scrio. Now, if punters can go and pull up the rerun of his last race, Pumium Joker gets the ride for Lucinda Woodruff. Now, that was a great run. Came from an awkward draw of 7. Was low flying. Was unfortunately caught up in a tight space going through the 3-200 and managed to get some daylight late and really powered home in good fashion. So Scrio, Pumi knows this horse well. Probably be held up and will be doing some good work late again. I'd include that into the play. And then finally, number 9, Ozark. Always a must at this level. Richard Free knows him well. Rides for Paul Reeves. And he ran 4th over 1,600 meters last time out. That was behind Azuri. Another good race to watch where 3 of them hit the line. So I don't like the look of the race, ladies and gentlemen. You can make a case for a good few. When it comes to this particular race being race number 5, I'm going to go and take the swinger with 6 and 9. So 6 being Scrio and number 9 Ozark, who is your favorite as it stands. Race number 6, the CRS Summer Sale, 23 January 2025, Class 5 for fillies and mares over 1,200 meters. They line up at the straight here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. The betting has number 7 Royal Lithium at 4 to 1. The 12 December Dawn, a horse that's won its last 2 starts impressively at 5 to 1. 5 Lady Loxton at 11 to 2. Number 4 Nile the Boss at 6 to 1, and it's 8 to 1 and better those. Let's start at the top of the page with number 4 Nile the Boss. Gareth ride for Pit Buerta, very good second over 1,400 meters last time out. I like the fact that they've come back sprinting with this filly. Pit Buerta's done an unbelievable job with Nile the Boss. Gareth Wright, a man that gets around, whether he's at Futura Park in the mornings or whether he's at Milnerton in the mornings. I have no doubt he would have been able to do some work on number 4 Nile the Boss. So please include that into the play. 5 Lady Loxton, well, she's dropping in the ratings quite a bit. Richard Faree gets the ride for Brett Crawford and James Crawford. My only piece of advice, watch her move down to the start. If she goes down well enough, then she's going to be a big runner. Number 6, Why Not Jackie, Ashton Aries for Paul Reeves. You have to think that she's going to be a lively contender. She won a good race last time out. The key with her is she needs some cover early and then she can really pour on the pressure late. So 6, Why Not Jackie must go into the play. 7, Royal Lithium, you can make a case for her. Adam Marcus going along beautifully. Alda Dimmer has been booked to ride this individual. She's got some consistent form, and at this level she's always a must. And then finally, I do want to chat about number 12, December Dawn, for my good friend Chase Liebenberg, who's got shares in this 3-year-old filly alongside Messrs. MF Bass, Chase Liebenberg. I've spoken about Satch Mason, Brian Riley, Candice Bass Robinson, and of course Pippa Mickelbra. So a wonderful team that are involved with number 12, December Dawn. She took a bit of time to get her confidence, but now she's won 2 in a row, and the way she quickened up last time out, I can only imagine that she's going to be a big runner. I'm not too worried about the 62.5. She's a lovely filly, this, and she'll get better and stronger with every race, so she must go into the play. Number 12, December Dawn. Okay, now that we've been through it, I've tip to jackpot 2. This will be races 6 to 9. First leg, we're going 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12. By 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, and 12. By 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10. And the last leg, we're taking our chances. We're going to bank a number 3. Race number 7. This is the Follow the Cape Racing on social media. Class 4 for fillies and mares over 1,200 meters. Betting has number 1 Bella Vista at 5 to 1 with number 6 Back at the George. Number 7 Love Stories also at 5 to 1. 8 So Hot So What, who was very impressive last time, is trading at 6 to 1 with the 9 First Masterpiece. And then Dame of Tricks number 13 also at 6 to 1. It's 10 to 1 and better those. So the betting in itself tells us that it's a very competitive race. Let's start with the top of the betting boards. Number 1, Bella Vista. She's a lovely filly. I know that she can be temperamental, but the more that she's racing, she seems to be getting over that. Aldo Derme gets the ride for Justin Snaith. She ran over 1,800 meters last time out. They've almost hit the reset button. They've come back to 12, and she'll be running on strongly. So she must go into the play. 2, Captain's Destiny. Well, how can you ever leave Captain's Destiny out? Oswald Noach knows her very well. This one for Vaughan Marshall. She's always there and thereabouts, so she must go into the play. A nice trifecta quartetos is number 2, Captain's Destiny. 3, All Is Green. I'm very happy with the fact that they've dropped this individual back in trip. I am of the opinion that she didn't quite get home over 1,400 meters last time out, but now that she's racing over 1,200 meters, drawn towards the inside, she'll be powering on strongly. Number 3, All Is Green, so please include her at a decent price. 6, Back at the George, a great run out the maidens last time out, ran second and was doing some good work at the finish. Craig Zaki knows her well, rides for Dean Canham. She's an obvious. And then number 8, So Hot So What. She could be anything. The way that she won last time out shows me that she's extremely progressive, and there's something there with this 3-year-old filly. So 8, So Hot So What. Gavin Lorena rides for Lucinda Woodruff. She must go into the play. And then number 9, First Masterpiece, the last horse I want to talk about. She likes to be switched off. She loves the straight chat, Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, and she'll also be doing some good work when it matters most. I don't like the race of this, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't like it at all. It's very competitive. How are we going to make some money? At this price, All Is Green for me is going to be the each-way play. As it stands, she's at 14 to 1, so some wins and places when it comes to race 7. Let's move along to race number 8. This is the Perfectly Placed C Stakes. This race is over 1,000 meters. The betting has number 6, Furious Queen at 5 to 2. Number 8, In the Green Zone at 33 to 10. Number 1, Barney McGrew's at 5 to 1. 10, Rattlesnake at 6 to 1. And then Casino Ace at 7 to 1. And after that, you can write your price about the rest of them. 1, Barney McGrew's probably going to be my top selection. Ashton Aries gets the ride for Andre Stain. A very good second over 1,000 meters last time out. That was behind Kelp Forest. Now, I don't need to refresh your memory. Kelp Forest absolutely romped home in the last race on Saturday afternoon. So with a run like that, Barney McGrew going to be very hard to beat when it comes to race 8. 4, Casino Ace. He's a lovely athletic looking type. He's very speedy, likes to race up on speed. He'll be in it for a long way. Gareth Wright gets the ride for Ricky Maingard. Then you've got the filly number 6, Furious Queen. Just having a look, Richard Faree gets the ride for Eric Sand. She was low flying behind Love Shack last time out. I know they've always rated Furious Queen, so please include her into the play. She looks to be coming right at the right time. And then after that, there's not too much else. It's quite competitive if you look past the horses that I've already mentioned. So Barney McGrew, Casino Ace, and Furious Queen, I think they'll fight it out. But when it comes to this particular race, I'm going to go with Barney McGrew as my each-way play at about 5 to 1. Race number 9, the lucky last, it's the Get Out Stakes. It's the Hollywoodbets Bright Future D Stakes over 1,000 meters. 5 o'clock is the off time. The betting has number 3, Electric Fields, as your 28 to 10 favorite. 7, Tambourine Man's at 33 to 10. 5, King Viserys at 9 to 2 with number 6, Explicit Content, and it's 8 to 1 and better those. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because being a Class D, you can make a case for a good 5 or 6 horses. But if you came to me and said, Brandon, what can we back to go out with a bang? I'm going to say Electric Fields, 28 to 10, a very decent price. She ran a good race behind Rouge Rune last time out, and Rouge Rune ran a very good second year over the weekend. That was on Saturday afternoon. She's a hold-up horse. You need to sit, you need to ride her patiently. Pumium Jorka knows the drill when it comes to number 3, Electric Field. She's drawn towards the inside. There looks to be some speed around her, and she'll be tanking into the race late. So I'm going to go with Electric Fields to wrap up racing on this Wednesday afternoon. I am of the opinion that 28 to 10 is a half decent price. All right, so that's pretty much it from my side. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a great pleasure. It always is. And we really hope to be chatting to you again soon. Of course, stand by. There'll be panel discussions going in for the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. There'll be lots of content loaded on our social media platforms. Until next time, bye-bye.